Welcome to Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies with Tomm Rivers. He's over 70. He's a retired big-time radio DJ. He's an old hipster. He's full of it when it comes to knowing how it feels to get old. He has the skid marks and the mileage to prove it.
Yep.
Now with another Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies, here's Tomm Rivers.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Doug Dahlgren. Yep. You know, I ran into a story. This has a lot to do with Doug, as a matter of fact. You know, according to a new survey, 10 women interviewed say they feel more comfortable undressing in front of men than other women. Yeah, they say other women are too judgmental, while my good buddy Doug is just grateful. Doug's gonna get me on that one. Welcome everyone to Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies with me, Tomm Rivers. You know, you can reach us here at Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies at our email address. Email me at gettin'oldaintforsissies, Tomm Rivers, that's Tom with 2 M's, at superradio68 at gmail.com. That's Tomm Rivers at superradio68 at gmail.com. We will read some of your emails coming up Thursday. I've got some saved up, and I will read those emails on Thursday. That's this Thursday. So get your emails into Tomm Rivers at superradio68 at gmail.com. Got it? Good. Because I'm not going to read it again. Okay, let's get this thing off the ground. That's what they say in the cockpit of every plane you get on these days. A lot of people traveling for their summer vacation. And airports and airliners are just packed to the max. So I thought I'd give you a little lesson in manners. If you're traveling alone, with your significant other, or with your family. Some things that you should remember. The top 10 things you should remember if you're traveling by air this summer. Number 1, keep things in perspective, okay? And remember your manners. There was a time when traveling across the country took weeks. Death was an acknowledged risk. Death! Hey, now we throw a fit if we're moved to a middle seat, for God's sakes, so a scared toddler can sit with her family. Unexpected stuff happens, so instead of pulling out your cell phone so all of Twitter can share in your righteous indignation, relax and think, hey, I'm going to be at my destination, New York, Chicago, L.A., San Diego, a Florida beach, in just a matter of an hour or so. How amazing is that? Hey, relax, Jack. Number 2, don't be a seat hog. It doesn't matter if you fly once a year or have the top status in your airline's frequent flyer program. You paid for a seat, and one seat is all you get. This applies to all of us, all right? Be respectful of your neighbor's space, especially if you're stuck in the middle. Give a heads up to the person behind you if you're about to recline, okay? I hate that when somebody just automatically reclines their seat and all of a sudden I've got their seat in my throat. Yes, there is a human being behind you, as much as you may not pretend to know. Number 3, treat the overhead bin as community property. Okay, let's imagine this for a moment. If you were able to cheat physics and fit that oversized carry-on into the bin. All right? Don't compound the error by adding your personal item, which the rule goes under your seat, and finishing off the trifecta of selfishness with your coat. If you do, you're what the flight attendants refer to as a jerk. When boarding, don't be accompanied by a tuna fish sandwich or something that smells, or anything pungent, unless you brought enough for everyone. Smelly food stinks up the whole plane. Number 5, don't forget your headphones or your earbuds, especially for the kids. Your little crumb cruncher may love what they're listening to or watching, but not everyone does. Number 6, know the difference between a passenger jet and your living room. Seems obvious, with a jet being a pressurized metal tube flying 30,000 plus feet above your living room. So why do some people kick off their shoes, clip their nails, and floss their teeth? Jesus freaking Christ, stop that crap. Number 7, remember that TSA rules don't magically change between flights. Yes, you still have to have gels, fluids, and all that other stuff packed, as well as large digital devices. Shoes still come off, and that Rodeo King belt buckle, bud. Number 8, when something bad happens, don't instinctively start recording. You've seen these things on YouTube. Somebody gets dragged down the aisle or whatever. You know, maybe you can help somehow or calm the situation. The best course of action might be to stay out of it. Watch your children around easily annoyed passengers, like me. Babies will cry, toddlers will squirm. The vast majority of parents do everything they can do to calm their children. But there are those moms and dads who can't be pulled away from their tablets as kids kick the seat or stare at the person behind them. At such close quarters, no one appreciates free-range kids. What I like to do is I like to plunk them in the nose or plunk them in the head if they're staring at me, if they're in front of me. If they cry, so what? The parent turns around, I'll tell them why the kid's crying. Change diapers in the bathroom, please, not on the tray table or empty seat next to you. Does this really have to be stated seriously? That's number 10. Unless you want me to throw this one in. You know, there are those folks who will join the Mile High Club and not use the aft toilet. They'll do it at their seat under a blanket. I think that's even worse than the baby being changed right there in front of you. Really, come on. Use your brain. If you're horny, wait till you get off the plane and get to your room. Save it. Savor it. And wait until you get to your room. But seriously, if your baby needs changing, use one of the restrooms, please. Those are just some helpful hints for flying this summer. From me, Big Tomm Rivers, at Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies. See, maybe I am getting old. These are the things that bother me when I fly. Remember, you can email us here at Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies. My name, Tomm, with 2 M's, Rivers, at superradio68@gmail.com. That's superradio68@gmail.com. We'll have some listener emails this Thursday. Be listening for that. That's all for today. Have yourself a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you again on Thursday. Bye!
Thanks for listening to Tomm Rivers and Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies. Tomm looks getting old straight in the eye, and getting old look back at Tomm. From social policy to what you should and shouldn't eat and more. Gettin' Old Ain't for Sissies can be heard at 7 p.m. Central Tuesday and Thursday nights on Spreaker, Twitter, Tumblr, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Tomm's own Facebook page. And look for us soon on Google Play, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. From Chicago, I'm Doug Dahlgren, Tomm Rivers' only friend. Good night.